I need you to pay close attention to this video. And I know that's hard, because your phone has already made it hard. Your attention span is shorter than it was 5 years ago. Your ability to sit with boredom is almost gone. And the scariest part? You barely noticed it happening. This isn't a lecture about screen time. This is about what's physically changing inside your brain right now, and why it might already be too late to undo some of it. Stay with me. Here's something most people don't understand. Your phone is not a communication device. It's a dopamine delivery system, and it was designed that way on purpose. Every time you pull down to refresh your feed, you're doing the exact same thing as pulling a slot machine lever. You don't know what's coming next. Maybe something boring, maybe something incredible. That uncertainty is what releases dopamine, not pleasure, anticipation. And here's the trick. Dopamine doesn't make you happy, it makes you want. It creates a craving loop that never gets satisfied because satisfaction would mean you stop scrolling, and the algorithm doesn't want you to stop. Think about it. When was the last time you put your phone down and felt genuinely satisfied? You didn't. You just ran out of energy to keep scrolling. That's not consumption, that's compulsion, and your brain is being reshaped by it every single day. Social psychologist Jonathan Haidt calls this the biggest threat to an entire generation, not because phones are bad, but because they've been engineered to exploit the most vulnerable parts of your brain, and nobody taught you how to defend yourself against it. Let's talk about what's actually happening inside your skull, because this is where it gets disturbing. A study from Tianjin University scanned the brains of people addicted to short-form videos. What they found was alarming. The areas of the brain responsible for self-control had weakened. The areas responsible for craving and impulsive behavior had strengthened, and the structural changes were visible on brain scans. This isn't a metaphor. Your brain is physically different because of how you use your phone. But it gets worse. Researchers have identified something called popcorn brain. It's a condition where your brain becomes so accustomed to rapid, high-stimulation content that real life starts to feel painfully slow. Conversations feel boring. Books feel impossible. Sitting alone with your thoughts becomes unbearable. Your brain has been trained to need constant novelty just to feel normal, and the dopamine system itself starts to degrade. When you flood your brain with dopamine hits all day, scroll, like, your brain reduces the number of dopamine receptors to compensate, so now you need more stimulation just to feel the same level of engagement. It's the exact same mechanism behind drug tolerance. Your phone is creating a chemical dependency, and it's doing it in your pocket every hour of every day. But here's what nobody talks about. The real damage isn't just attention, it's identity. When your brain loses the ability to sit in silence, it loses the ability to think deeply. And deep thinking is how you figure out who you are. It's how you process emotions. It's how you develop opinions that are actually yours instead of borrowed from whatever algorithm fed them to you last. I want you to think about this honestly. How many of your opinions were formed by sitting with a thought for hours, and how many were absorbed in 30 seconds from someone else's video? If most of your worldview comes from content you scrolled past, you don't have beliefs, you have algorithms. Your phone hasn't just stolen your focus, it's stolen your ability to know yourself, because knowing yourself requires exactly the kind of quiet, uninterrupted reflection that your phone is specifically designed to prevent. And for young people whose brains are still developing, this isn't just concerning, it's catastrophic. Their brains are being wired from the ground up to depend on external stimulation. They may never develop the capacity for sustained attention that previous generations had, not because they're lazy, because the tool they were handed rewired them before they had a choice. So what do you do about this? You don't need to throw your phone away, but you need to understand what it's doing and create boundaries that protect your brain. First, introduce boredom back into your life, intentionally. No phone during meals, no phone first thing in the morning, no phone while waiting in line. Let your brain sit with nothing. It will scream at you. That discomfort is withdrawal, and it means your brain is starting to recalibrate. Second, replace short-form content with long-form. Read a book, watch a documentary, listen to a full podcast. You're training your brain to sustain attention again instead of constantly switching. And third, and this is the hardest one, delete the apps you scroll most, even temporarily. The algorithm can't manipulate you if you remove access, and you'll be shocked at how much mental clarity returns within 72 hours. Your brain is the most valuable thing you own, and right now it's being rented out to companies that profit from your inability to focus. Take it back. If this video made you uncomfortable, good. That means your brain is still awake enough to listen. Hit subscribe because this channel doesn't exist to entertain you, it exists to protect you. And if you want to understand how your brain processes stress and why you're always exhausted, watch this video right here.